Good morning. I am Santosh Kambe, Professor, Electronics Department, Sakek, Mumbai. First of all, I thank you, our management, for giving us permission to conduct internship on IoT. Also, I am thankful to our principal sir, Dr. Bhavesh Patel sir, for giving permission to conduct the internship. Also, I am thankful to our HOD, Professor Shubha ma'am, for giving permission to conduct this internship program. Now, uh, we are taking this internship for 2 weeks. First of all, I will give brief introduction about this 2 week summer internship program. In this, we are taking IoT interfacing boards. So first board is Arduino, then Node MCU, then Raspberry Pi, and again we are covering new topic PLC, Programmable Logic Control, which is used for automation. So first three sessions are conducted by Professor Santosh Kambe, and PLC session is conducted by Miss Priyanka Singh. So we'll start our first session, that is IoT. So what is IoT? IoT, the Internet of Things. The full form of IoT is Internet of Things. Actually, it is network of physical objects, device, vehicles, buildings, other items, sensors. So all these sensors are physically interconnected to through internet. So Internet of Things means IoT. In simple format, IoT means from any time, any place connectivity for anything. So for any time connections, 24 by 7 you can have connections. Any place, there is no limitation for place, and anything means physical parameter, mechanical parameter, you can monitor, control. So if any system has any time connection, any place connection, and anything connection, then that system is known as IoT. So nowadays IoT is used everywhere. So it is in wearable, we are using smartwatch. In smartwatch we can monitor health parameter. Again, there is smart refrigerator. Without opening the refrigerator, you can monitor the status of temperature, status of fruits, etc. Again, healthcare. Nowadays, in COVID-19, this IoT system plays very important role, because the doctor cannot go directly towards patient, but if you use IoT system, you can monitor the temperature, you can monitor the health parameter without going towards patient. So patient is on bed and doctor is far away from that patient, and he can monitor all parameters. So this is the best application of IoT. In this workshop we are designing some projects, some systems for COVID-19, like automatic sanitizer, etc. So we'll see it afterwards. So IoT is everywhere. Even it can be implemented in our home. You can control uh, light, fan, etc. using IoT system. So this application is very useful at day-to-day life. So we are designing some systems which will control the parameters at home. Okay. So we are dealing with IoT interfacing boards. So there are n number of boards, but we are dealing only in 3 boards. So first board is Arduino Uno. So this is Arduino Uno board. Then second board is Node MCU, and third board is Raspberry Pi. Okay. So third board is Raspberry Pi. Now IoT interfacing board. If we compare these boards, we cannot use direct Arduino Uno. So this is my Arduino Uno. You cannot use directly. With Arduino Uno, we have to use Wi-Fi transceiver. So this is Wi-Fi transceiver. Then Node MCU. This is my Node MCU. Node MCU. It has Arduino and Wi-Fi. So no need to use extra Wi-Fi module. And this is Raspberry Pi. This is credit card size computer. You can connect keyboard, monitor, Wi-Fi, etc. to this Raspberry Pi. Now we'll compare this. The cost of Arduino Uno is very less. It is minimum 300 to 400 rupees. Cost of Node MCU is also 300 to 400. The cost of Raspberry Pi is minimum 3000 rupees. So Raspberry Pi is costly. If you see the languages used for these boards, Arduino Uno and Node MCU uses C or C++ language, whereas Raspberry Pi requires Python language. For electronics engineering students, C and C++ is simple as compared to Python. But for computer IT students, Python is their syllabus language, so it is easy for them to use Python. So generally, electronics student uses Arduino Uno and Node MCU, and computer students are referring Raspberry Pi. Now, each these three devices has different features. Our today's session is Arduino Uno. So I will explain the theory about Arduino Uno. So our today's session is Arduino Uno. This is my Arduino board. So before starting our Arduino board, we have to see some basic prerequisition, because in our workshop the students are from FE also, so they don't know microcontroller, etc. So first of all we will see some basic, and then we'll start our Arduino Uno session. So basic, general purpose microprocessor system. In general purpose microprocessor system, there is CPU, there is RAM, there is ROM, there is input output port, there is timer, there is serial COM port. These all blocks are different. These all blocks are not connected to each other. So you have to connect these blocks to each other. You have to connect these devices to each other, and for that you have to use wires. The bunch of wires is known as bus. If that bus carries data signal, then it is known as data bus. And if that carries address, then it is known as address bus. And if it carries control signal, then it is control bus. So bus means bunch of wire, and if that carries data, data bus. If carries address, address bus. If carries control signal, control bus. So there are three types of buses. So these all blocks are separate. This is known as general purpose microprocessor system. The cost of this system is minimum 5000 rupees. But if you combine these all blocks in single block, like CPU, RAM, ROM, timer, input output, timer, and serial COM port, then it is known as microcontroller. So microcontroller has everything in single IC. So microcontroller has some advantages, like first advantage is cost. Its cost is too less, minimum 50 rupees. Second main advantage, size reduction. All components are integrated in single IC, therefore the size is reduced. So nowadays microcontroller is very popular. So microcontroller, what is microcontroller? So microcontroller is entire microcomputer manufactured on single chip. So there are different types of microcontrollers. Your first microcontroller is 8051 or 89C51 series. Then new microcontroller is developed, PEEC series, peripheral interface control microcontroller. PEEC microcontroller becomes very popular because it is available according to customer requirement. For example, if anyone wants to control only vehicle, so 6-pin microcontroller is available. Vehicle matlab robotic car. Vehicle means robotic car. So only 6-pin microcontroller is available. If anybody want to measure only temperature or analog parameter, then ADC plus microcontroller is available. If you want to control speed of motor, then microcontroller plus PWM IC is available. So according to customer requirement, microcontroller is available in PEEC series. Therefore PEEC series become very famous. The popularity of PEEC series, new microcontroller is developed, AVR. So what AVR microcontroller does, it has everything in single IC, like it has ADC, it has DAC, it has PWM, it has digital input output, everything is a single IC. So this is third category, AVR series. These three categories, 8051, PEEC, AVR, are 8-bit microcontroller. 8-bit microcontroller means at a time it will operate only on 8 bits. So again new microcontroller is developed, that is ARM processor. Nowadays every mobile uses ARM processor. It is 16-bit or 32-bit. Again new microcontroller is developed, that microcontroller is Raspberry Pi. So it is credit card size computer. Actually it is microprocessor, it is credit card size computer. Now so there are different types of microcontroller slash microprocessor like 8051, PEEK, AVR, ARM, Raspberry Pi. If you observe, there is no Arduino microcontroller. So Arduino is not microcontroller. Arduino is not microcontroller, it is development board using AVR. Development board using AVR. AVR series microcontroller has everything in single IC, but it is not popular due to its complexity. It is very complicated, therefore AVR is not famous. But Arduino is very famous. So we'll see why Arduino is famous. So first, what is Arduino? Arduino is an open source electronics prototype platform based on flexible, easy to use hardware and software. Open source. What is the meaning of open source? Open source means there is no need to take permission of anyone to use this. It is flexible means you can change the pins easily. You can change the hardware and software easily. Its software is also open source. From Arduino.cc website you can download the software. Again, why we are using Arduino? Inexpensive. Its cost is less than 500. If you make your own Arduino, its cost is only 200 rupees. Second, cross-platform IDE. IDE, what is the meaning of IDE? So IDE is Integrated Development Environment. For any microcontroller you require some softwares, like first is editor, which is used to write the program, assembler, which is used to convert assembly language into machine language, compiler, which is used to convert C language into machine language, debugger, which is used to find out the errors, linker, which is used to link various files, simulator, which is used to simulate the hardware output without real hardware, programmer, which is used to load your program into microcontroller. So these are different softwares. If you combine these softwares, if you integrate these softwares in single software, then that software is known as IDE. So IDE means Integrated Development Environment. So it is the combination of all softwares in single software. Now Arduino IDE operates on Windows operating system, Mac operating system, Linux operating system. So you can use this in any OS. So it is cross-platform IDE. And third reason is open source IDE and extensions. Open source IDE, from Arduino.cc website you can download Arduino IDE. And open source extensions means it's all programs, it's all libraries are free of cost. Extensions means program. So due to this Arduino become famous. Now the Arduino software is written into C++ and it is processed in Java. These are the 5 persons who has developed Arduino. The main feature of Arduino is its libraries. The libraries are free of cost and they are ready-made. So it is very easy to do the programming. These 5 people has done the library, and due to these 5 people, anyone, the person who can read or write English can write the code for Arduino. So 6th standard, 7th standard students are also write the code for Arduino. So it becomes fun for them. So as these small students are doing the coding, we are engineers, so we will also do the coding, and we will do the coding for advanced like IoT. So we start our session Arduino. So there are different types of Arduinos. So first is Arduino Uno. So this is my Arduino Uno. Second is Arduino Mega. So this is my Arduino Mega. Then Arduino Nano. This is my Arduino Nano. Then next, Arduino LilyPad. This is my Arduino LilyPad. Then Boardino, we can make on breadboard. Then do it yourself Arduino, DIY Arduino. So it's this Arduino, DIY Arduino, do it yourself Arduino. So I had designed this DIY Arduino. DIY Arduino is very useful for students because